Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm planning the week of July 10th through the 16th in my Erin Condren Vertical Life Planner, and today I am using the Scribble Prints Co. June of 2022 mystery, and this is the ice cream theme. I think this kit did recently come out in her shop, so you can purchase it even though if you don't have the mystery. I believe so, I'm pretty sure, but don't quote me. And then the foil that I chose to use was part of Alicia Craft's ice cream collection. I didn't get everything because her collections are actually pretty big. Like, you have a lot of options to purchase, so I just purchased basically what I knew I would use, even though I still did have some leftovers. I should have been a little bit more strict with what I purchased instead of just buying everything I liked, but now I have leftovers that I can use some other time, so that's great. And then I also used the glitter headers or header overlays from Scribble Prints Co, and they're like the sprinkle overlays. Like, I think they're like the birthday theme kind of, but the sprinkles work because it's ice cream. So, and I wanted to use them because I got them in a grab bag however many years ago, so I wanted to use that instead. So this week I chose this kit actually because it is the week of National Ice Cream Day. I don't actually know which day this week it is. I believe it's the Friday, but I could be wrong. I'm not sure. Either way, sometime this week is National Ice Cream Day, so I decided to use this kit, and luckily we had ice cream like multiple times this week, which is great. So yeah, and this week is a continuation from my trip last week. I'll go ahead and card that video up above if you want to see the first few days of our trip. But we're basically in the Virginia, DC area visiting my sister-in-law because she just moved into a home. And well, technically it's a condo or apartment. They don't own it. But anyway, they just moved, and my mother-in-law and I went to go help her move in to the home. And also because my mother-in-law had never visited DC before, so we decided to take a weekend to visit DC while we were there, and that is what you'll see on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I guess Thursday night, but yeah. So although this plan with me doesn't really involve, the theme of the kit, I should say, doesn't really involve DC at all, or even the Virginia area, but I wanted to just use it for National Ice Cream Day because I already had it planned before we realized that we would be in DC this week. So yeah, so I'll go ahead and get to the day by day. Oh, and also I did all those extenders off camera. I'm really bad at doing them. Actually, I've gotten better at doing them. I'm just now really bad at doing the overlays on them because I get them like slightly crooked, and then the overhang doesn't allow it to fold, if that makes sense. I don't know if anyone else struggles with that or has tips. In the future, I may actually put the overlay on first and then make the extender instead of doing the extender and then putting the overlays on. So anyway, yeah, I did that off camera just because. And you'll notice that I did the whole base without the underlays, and that's because I only had one sheet of the ice cream underlays, and I do that just to kind of save money. I just make my own half cut headers basically. So and with that, you can't really have a 100% completed base because you kind of have to do, as you can see, the half cut headers as you're doing the week. So anyway, that's kind of what my intro is. So moving on to Monday, again, we're already in Virginia. I did some laundry in the morning, watched some YouTube, did a little bit of work before a writing group, which is a silent co-working session with my grad school. So this morning, it was pretty much a normal morning for me at least. But then in the afternoon, we helped unpack a little bit. I basically unpacked their whole kitchen just because having all the unpacked boxes was really stressing me out, and I wanted to get some of it done. So I basically did the whole kitchen while my mother-in-law did I think she mainly hung stuff / organized / built some of the new furniture. So she kind of was a little all over the place with what she prioritized. I was just prioritizing the kitchen because that's what I wanted to prioritize. And again, all of this is happening while my sister-in-law is at work, which is why she needed the help because she was already working. So we decided to take an afternoon break and had some ice cream out on their small patio, which was nice. I cooked some dinner, which honestly, I forgot what it was. I think we basically just reheated one of like Costco's pre-made meals, and then I made some like veggies and whatever sides that we had. So we made dinner this night, and then we kind of went to bed early. It was a long day. It's been a long week, honestly. So just decided to go to bed early that day. On Tuesday, I did some work, more unpacking. We ran to Walmart to get some more. I think this day we had a curtain and curtain rod issue, so we went to go get that figured out. We went again to the grocery store just to stock up on a few things. I did a little bit of wedding planning. And then we celebrated Taco Tuesday by going to Azteca, which is one of the local Mexican restaurants, and the food was great, and so was the alcohol. So we did that, and then I read before going to bed. Wednesday, we didn't really do much, so it was a lot of the same thing, so I kind of just marked the stuff that wasn't really common, I guess, and that is, work. And then I met with my advisor this week because I wasn't able to on Friday, like we usually do, because again, I was going to be in DC and taking that day off, so we decided to move it to Wednesday. One of my friends called me on her way home from work, so we got to catch up, which was really nice. And then this evening, we visited UVA. It's where my brother-in-law is going to go to law school. So we visited to see the campus because I had never been, and obviously my mother-in-law hadn't either. So we got to see it, which was absolutely beautiful campus. And then on Thursday, we did a little bit of cleaning, unpacking in the morning, and then we packed our bags because we were leaving this night to go to DC and stay in a hotel. It was easier. So we did that. I did a little bit of work. We went to the recycling center to kind of clean up and get rid of all of the packing boxes that we had in the apartment. So we did that. And then we went to go pick up my sister-in-law from work, and then we drove to DC, and on the way we had Wendy's for lunch, and then we basically just checked into the hotel, and I read right before bed. So on Friday was our first full day in DC. We actually were lucky enough to have a tour of the White House, which was really fun, so we did that. And then we also were able to get a tour of the Capitol building. So we did those two back to back because they're scheduled with the same office. So we did that, and then we had a lunch break at a restaurant called Hawk and Dove. And then we also got appointments or tickets, I guess. They weren't really like private tours like we had for the White House and for the Capitol building, but they were just like timed entries. So we went to the Library of Congress and the National Archives, and I have been there, both of those places multiple times. But again, my sister-in-law and my mother-in-law hadn't. So that was really fun. A long day though. So once we walked out of the archives, there was like all these ice cream trucks. So we got some ice cream again, and then had dinner at Stoney's, which was one of the restaurants in the neighborhood that we were staying in, which I believe it was DuPont Circle was around where we were. And then this evening we went to Whole Foods for some snacks. We got some face masks from CVS, and we did some face masks, and then watched Your Place or Mine, which is the new-ish Ashton Kutcher, Reese Witherspoon movie. So it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't great either. So either way, it was a great evening. So on Saturday, we rented bikes from the hotel and rode our bike all the way to the Washington Monument, which was definitely a hike. Luckily, on the way there, it was pretty much all downhill, but on the way back, it was obviously uphill, and that was rough. But we went to the top of the Washington Monument, which I had never been, so that was really fun. And then we basically did all of the National Mall. We walked all the way down to World War II Memorial. We saw Vietnam, Lincoln, Korea, and then we went over to the Tidal Basin, so that's basically MLK, FDR, and Jefferson. And then we went back again, rode our bikes all the way uphill back home, went to Clyde's for dinner, and then again I read in the evening. And then Sunday was our last day, so that morning on the way back to the airport, we went to Mount Vernon and then basically had our flight delayed, which was a whole issue. But anyway, so here is everything that I have left and the final spread. I absolutely love how gold and shimmery and everything it is. So thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.